नया IBN 7 हौसला है.
Thank you so much for inviting me here today, Neetaji, and for making it possible for me to witness such extraordinary skills that these young boys have just displayed before us. I want to thank you first, Chief Minister, for sparing some time for us amongst your very busy schedule. Your being with us today provides a lot of impetus to young India, not just to these champs, but also to the city of Mumbai. As you can see, this facility is simply extraordinary, and thank you so much for being here. Neetaji, what can I say for you? First of all, let me just congratulate you and Mumbai Indians for winning the IPL this year. And Sachin, and you need to keep inviting me to Wankhede Stadium a little more often, because every time I've been there, we won. So just remember that for the future. But really, Neetaji, this has been an extraordinary experience for all of us. And how wonderful of you to think about football, about sport. I remember Abhishek and me were at the FIFA World Cup in Brazil this year, and we happened to meet the chairman of FIFA. And the first thing he asked us is that you are 1.25 billion people and you can't produce 11 players of football. It was quite a shocker. And I'm sure that you must have faced some of these similar questions in your visits to various parts of the world where football is played. And I'm sure that that has been the reason why today we are all gathered here and this wonderful initiative that you have inaugurated. I wish you all the very best, Neetaji. I also want to say that if ever you require me or my services to propagate this wonderful initiative, I am there for you and for this foundation at any point of time. I've always believed that sports is a wonderful element that identifies a country. I know that each country has its own history, its own culture, and they're known for that. But sometimes when you talk about Brazil, you almost think about football. You talk about Germany, you think about the kind of machinery that they make. You talk about Japan and you talk about cameras. You talk about India and you talk about the person sitting next to you in the yellow shirt, Sachin Tendulkar. And I would wonder if that day is not too far away, when one day when people will talk about India and say the name of one of these young champs that are sitting here. And I hope that that becomes fruitful as soon as possible. They've shown some wonderful skills here. I'm sure that Ranbir and Abhishek and John, who now own football teams, would have noticed, and I'm sure that you're making your notes of how to pick up the next individual for your respective teams. Once again, Neetaji, thank you so much for inviting me here and, you know, exposing this fantastic facility. I was just driving through the parking lot and I was telling Abhishek, this is the best that I've seen anywhere in the world. May we ever prosper and may we ever make India proud, just as you have with this initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for those kind words. Please, I request to have a seat, please. And now I'd like to invite on stage for a few words the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, and I'd request Mrs. Neeta Ambani to kindly accompany him on stage. With a warm round of applause, if we could welcome him on stage, please.
अमित जी, नीताजी, मुकेश भाई, सुभाष देसाई जी, Sachin ji, all the dignitaries present here, the young champs who have really shown that India has future in football. Friends, I must congratulate Reliance and my very own MMRD for creating this beautiful facility. One of its own kind, a beautiful, spacious, well created, standalone car park coupled with this geo garden. And I feel that when we dedicate this facility to our city of Mumbai, I feel that our city has graduated towards becoming one of the smartest city in entire India. With this turf being created and this little young champs, it was such an exciting match. It was as exciting as any international match, and we could witness their talent. I'm sure the seeds which are being sown by Reliance Foundation would reap, and one day, as Amitji has expressed his wish, that Amitji will meet the FIFA president and will proudly tell him, look, I have a team of 11 players and my team can also be a world champion. With these words, I would also like to say that Mukesh Bhai, we are waiting for the convention center, because that would add entirely a new dimension to this city of Mumbai. And to Mr. Madan, who is commissioner of our MMRDA and who and his team has been instrumental in creating this, our challenge begins now, because in next few years we have to create the iconic International Financial Services Center in this BKC, which would host the entire global financial services community. And we should also be able to proudly say that now the Financial Services Center is not just Dubai or London or Tokyo, but it's also Mumbai. So you have actually raised my hopes of creating a world-class International Financial Services Center, and I'm sure soon we'll also witness the groundbreaking ceremony of the iconic buildings which would host this International Financial Services Center. With this, I again dedicate this entire facility to my fellow Mumbaikars, and once again congratulate Reliance, MMRDA and my young champs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for those kind words. It really means a lot that you've taken out time and are here today to encourage these young champs. I'm going to call them out now. This is the moment that they've all been waiting for as well. We're going to hand out the Young Champs Reliance Foundation scholarships to all of them. I'd like to request the Honorable Chief Minister and Shri Amitabh Bachchan and Mrs. Neeta Ambani to give the certificate and the medal to these young champs. I'm going to call out their names and the club from which they're from. And of course, we want a lot of, you guys have been very encouraging. It's great to have the leading lights of industry and entertainment and sport here. It means a lot to them, it means a lot to us that you're here. We need another rousing, encouraging round of applause for them as they receive their scholarships. So calling them on, Sumit Das from Atletico de Kolkata. They will receive